Okay, so today we're with day one of solving multi-step equations. We're going to use the information that we've gained over the last two lessons and just add one more layer to what we're doing. So a multi-step equation's an equation that needs more than one step to solve. To solve equations that have more than one operation, we often undo operations by working backwards. So we're kind of taking the order of operations and going backwards in most of the cases. We're trying to isolate the variable or to get rid of the third wheel so that we can then have a one-step equation. So if we number this as our first problem that we're doing, 7m minus 17 equals 60. In this case, I can work and undo the addition or subtraction first to isolate the variable. So if I add 17 and I add 17, this gets to 7, and I now have 7m on the left side of the equation. On the other side of the equation, I have 77. And at this point, it's a single step equation. Divide by 7, divide by 7, and m equals 11. It's a good idea to remember to check your solution to see, is my answer, does it work? So 7 times 11 minus 17 equals 60. So we have 77 minus 17 equals 60. Yes, 60 does equal 60, so I solved the equation correctly. This next equation that we're working with, t divided by 8 plus 20 equals 14. Again, I can take the term, the positive 20, and remove it by subtracting 20. That's going to leave us with t divided by 8 equals negative 6. This is, on the left side, it's division, so if I multiply by 8, I multiply by 8. That can simplify the left side to just t equals negative 48. And again, I can easily go back and check my work. I can go negative 48 divided by 8 plus 20. Does that equal 14? Negative 48 divided by 8 is negative 6 plus 20 equals 14. And so we end up with a statement saying 14 equals 14, which is true. So my solution is correct. Also, please note that I am showing my work. That is an expectation I have for you as you work through the problems, just to show your work. Here's an instance where I'm not able to undo this piece first. Okay, if we think of this in grouping symbols, it could be thought of like this: p minus 15 divided by 9 equals negative 6. And so as I'm looking to reverse the order of operations, I need to isolate. This is in brackets. I need to get that on its own. So if I multiply by 9 on both sides, that cancels, and now I am left with p minus 15 equals negative 6 times 9 is negative 54. Now again, it's a single step equation. I can add 15, and p ends up equaling negative 39. And if I want to, again, I could check my work and go negative 39 minus 15 divided by 9 and find out, does that indeed equal negative 6? So this is adding an opposite. So negative 54 divided by 9 equals negative 6. And yes, negative 6 does equal negative 6, so I know my solution's accurate. Okay, another one where I need to undo multiplication first, or undo the division first. So I'm going to multiply by -2. Again, keeping in mind that -2 over -2 is 1. What I do to one side of the equation, I have to do to the other. And we get n plus 1 equals -30. Subtract 1, subtract 1, and n equals -31. Again, remember in our integer rules, okay, here we have a word problem. Trying to keep in mind that the ski swap's coming up this weekend for those who are interested in joining ski club. So Josh is buying a pair of skis that are on sale for 2/3 of the original price. After he uses a $25 gift certificate, the total cost before taxes is $115. What was the original price of the skis? So we don't know the current cost of the skis, but we know that 2/3 of the original, we'll just use S for skis, minus the $25 gift card that he gets, he ends up paying a total of $115. So 2/3 of the skis, using the 25 gift certificate was where subtraction came from. So that's going to equal 115. In this case, I can go ahead and add 25 first. So we have 2/3 S equals 140. Pardon me. It was 140. Go ahead and multiply by 3/2. Multiply by 3/2, the reciprocal. And that leaves us with the skis on the left side of the equation. And I can go ahead, simplify that down to 70. 70 times 3 is 210. So the skis are $210. Pretty good bargain on a new pair of skis. Please take a moment, try these ones on your own, and then check to see if you're on pace or not. If we have questions, please come and ask before we start the assignment tomorrow in class. My apologies on this one. It's k minus 12, not 2. Add 12. There we go. On this one, I need to go ahead and add the 13 first. Go ahead and divide by 4, divide by 4. G equals 6. In this particular one, I need to multiply by -2 first. So B plus 4 equals negative times negative gives us positive 34. Subtract 4, subtract 4. B equals 30. So if you have questions on any of these, please come ready to ask questions tomorrow in class. Have a good evening.